Don't miss how much value comes in the new Wake of the Dead starter box for Warhammer 40k.
Spiking bits.
In what has been a very hectic release schedule, G-Dub has put out another starter box for Warhammer 40k, bundling together more Marines, specifically Primaris, against some Eldar over here. And it's another great deal. It's $150 retail, but comes with over $300 in value of models, plus 2 new exclusives here, Primaris Lieutenant and an Eldar Spirit Seer, which right here shown in actual size look great. And we'll, of course, take a closer look at those here in a second on sprue and see if they pass the muster. But you can see here the box contains all of these things, all the Primaris transfer sheets and stuff like that. But once you start breaking it down, like the Reavers in a 5-man are $35, the Primaris in a 5-man $35, the Inceptors are $50. Then you've got the Guardians over here, the 10-man team right here goes for $36.25, the Serpent for $44.50, the Seer probably $25. That's generally what they go for. And Wraithguard, which are also in the Start Collecting box, the Wraithguard themselves go for $50. So a couple of things, just these guys, that are in the Start Collecting box, but still, what can you do, right? It's not too bad. Let's take a look here on the inside, and of course, we're going to need some better lighting. And here it is. So you've got the Guardians that have been out for many, many years. I want to say these guys came out in, hold on. Well, this says 2005, but I feel like it was a lot sooner than that. And then you got the heavy weapon platform that was also, this actually came out later on and they bundled it together. So I'm going to say, no, a year later, 2006. Okay, well, we're off our game a little bit today, but that's okay. And then you've got the Wave Serpent, which also, well, not quite as new or newer than the Falcon. Let's see, is this the same exact Falcon? No, because that's going to be the extra piece there. So all new cut sprues. And this came out more recently as well, because I remember we used to have to convert Falcons to Wave Serpents with spoons at the top for the turret, so that we got all that right there. This is saying 1997, but I feel like it was a lot later than that. I think the upgrade sprue might have come out, 2004. So this is still, so they use the old Falcon component right here to make the new kit. Let's see, is this a newer one? Or is this the older existing one? 1997. So they used these two parts, added in the Wave Serpent upgrade sprue right here, and used the existing weapon sprues when they redid all the Eldar. So it's an amalgam of a whole bunch of different parts, but hey, it's only crazy if it doesn't work, right? So you've got all that, and then you've got the 2 new characters, which we're going to definitely take a closer look at. Your Wraith Guard and Wraith Blades sprue. This is a lot more recent. This is, we've reviewed this here on the channel, but they are a dual kit, and you can magnetize. You have to magnetize them right down here to do both squads, but it can be done. It's just very difficult to do it. Where's our copyright on this? Do we not have it on here? Well, just take my word, they're more recent of a release, I would say within the last 5 years. And then we've got the Primaris Reavers squad. Of course, we reviewed that. That's only a year old. The Intercessor squad right here, the 5-man. Of course, the larger $60 box comes with 2 of these. So we've got that. And then the Inceptor squad, which comes with the sweet, sweet plasmas, which everybody seems to favor right now currently. And this goes for $50. So, and then all the bases and everything you need. And I like this, how they started doing this little kind of poster type deal to protect the booklets and everything underneath it from the sprues on top. So definitely kudos to Games Workshop for rolling that out. And then you've got all the bases, the decal sheets, and all that stuff. And then the pack of all the extra accessories and things in the Wake the Dead little pamphlet here about what's going on, what's the latest in the War of Vigilus now. Inside the pack is going to be all the individual instruction booklets right here, which makes I don't know, assembling your models pretty handy. Or if you trade them to your friends, well, hey, you got individual instruction booklets right there, which I think is pretty neat. The little core rules flip out, fold out, which kind of saves you some time and space, not having to carry your big rule book down. And then the little fluff booklet along with what's going on right now with the War of Vigilus, or War on Vigilus, and some data sheets and stuff for the folks just starting out. Of course, us veteran players probably don't need that. Some stratagems if you're actually playing these specific missions in here, and then some points costs and stuff in the back, and 5 Echoes of War missions. So if you're just starting out, this is a great, and you like Eldar and you like Space Marines, well, definitely a good place to start for you right here. Now, we've got the 2 new sprues and their accompanying instruction manuals to take a look at here next. So the exclusive minis are looking great. Here's the Primaris Lieutenant, which I would imagine to be pretty straightforward as far as Primaris Marines go. Looks a little simpler than what I would expect when you have just the legs attaching on. Sometimes these front greaves go on separately, but that looks actually pretty easy. And then some paint instructions and the Primaris Lieutenant little data sheet right there. So here's his sprue. And again, you know, just an average detailed Primaris Marine as far as I can tell here. Some packets on the back. It looks like he's got the marksman honor right there. Some laurels on his little helmet up there. And he's definitely focused on that sword. Reminds me more of a perhaps a Black Templar sword right there. Just with the looks, it almost looks like there's that star on there. So should go together very well. And then the Spirit Seer looks a tad bit more complicated. You got to put the Wraithbone on the back, and his front is a couple of little bit of assembly. So you're gonna probably want to use some thinner plastic or just thinner glue in general, just so you get a nice seal over that blue area right there, and you don't have a big gap, so to speak. What else do we got here? So pouches, Wraithbone, head is separate, so you could have a little bit of fun with that, and staff is a separate arm, but it looks like it's a slice. Let's take a closer look here. So the staff is a little bit of a slice. You can kind of tell right there. So it's not going to be plug and play. Yeah, there's half of the front of his wrist. Okay, so that won't work. And the front and the back. Yeah, you're definitely going to want to be very careful when you assemble all of this right here, that you get a nice, good, even seal on it. And then the rest of it's just kind of separate. I like that. I like that blank kind of EVA helmet style right there that the Eldar always have going on for their like casters and such. It just kind of makes you wonder. Very, very cool. Almost akin to a Dark Eldar one right there. So that's all we got. That's another great value starter from Games Workshop. So if you're, you know, just getting into the game, a great start. If you just need to pick up some Marines and have some trade bait for, I don't know, something else, well, hey, maybe you want to pick this up and trade away the Eldar right there. So 150 US, of course, and you can always get yours at Miniature Market to save extra as well. So that's it for this one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our unboxing and tutorial videos.
Spiking bits.